My hemorrhoids were this big. I couldn't believe it. Oh, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Jettisoned Lifepodcast, Season 2, Episode 1. And in today's show, we're going to be talking about the director leaving Doctor Strange 2 and what it could mean for the film. We also have Scandal over at Collider, if anyone's still fucking watching that channel. The Birds of Prey trailer. New Mutants trailer as well. The DC Expanded Universe Flash movie, still based on Flashpoint, maybe. And of course, we're going to finish off with Zams' amazing top 5. So, without further ado, I'd like to welcome you to my esteemed colleagues.
Hello, chat. Hello, everyone.
I have Christine over there, got Zam down there, and I got some douche underneath me. So, with that being said, let's get straight into it with Doctor Strange and the director. Forgot his name. I can't believe
Scott
it.
Derrickson.
Say it again.
Scott Derrickson.
Thank you. The director, Scott Derrickson, has decided to bugger off and leave Doctor Strange 2 over, of course, the standard creative differences. This, children, in the industry is when a director wants a certain vision and brain dead producers are like, oh no, we want it all the same as everything else and dumbed down and stupid and don't change too much. And then the director's like, well, go fuck yourself. I'm leaving. It's all yours. So we're back at a Ant-Man situation here now where everything's up in smoke. We don't know what's going to happen. Before I pass it over to my panel, I'm just going to speculate that the director probably wanted it a bit more scarier than maybe Disney could handle, because we very know Disney are very vanilla when it comes to films. Okay, and it's very rare they blow your fucking mind. And I'm reckoning that's what's happened. So without further ado, I will pass it to my panel. I will start with Douche Below.
Start with Douche Below. Isn't that where a douche goes? Okay, so
yeah, exactly
you would know.
I would know. Okay, so I mean, this whole thing with Scott Derrickson is just kind of, and I mean, I agree a lot with Ginger about this. It's basically what happened was they wanted this because they're trying to connect Doctor Strange to a lot of crap right now, like WandaVision, Loki, all this other stuff, and it's basically kind of like a Joss Whedon, Edgar Wright type situation where it's just like I feel like that they're doing too much. And, and they're just kind of, just not, they're not honoring the director's vision. And I'm kind of glad. And if this is the case, I'm not saying it's going to be a bad movie. So, I mean, they need to get like a Ron Howard. And I'm not saying the actual Ron Howard, but I'm saying like, like they did was just someone to kick it in the driveway and finish it up. But I think right now what they're trying to do is make Doctor Strange one of the core 3 Avengers. So they're trying to make his movie more epic. And I think Scott Derrickson coming off of this project is a blessing and a curse. It's a curse because I kind of was interested to see the direction he took the character of Doctor Strange. I think it would have been more like a Thor Ragnarok scenario where basically he was probably going to reinvent the whole character. Like make Doctor Strange darker, like kind of give him, just a reinvention from the past couple movies we've seen him in. But I think the blessing is that they're trying to make Doctor Strange one of the core pillars of the Avengers now, and they can't do that in the setting that Scott Derrickson wants to do. I want to see Scott Derrickson's versions of Doctor Strange right now, but not right now. My thought process is let them establish Doctor Strange as like a core pillar in the Avengers team, then reinvent him when his character gets a little stale, because he's not really stale right now. Like we had, so I think the Multiverse of Madness is probably going to be Marvel's one, kind of like a Marvel Phase 2 movie, whether it be Winter Soldier, The Dark World, Iron Man 3 style, which they're positives and negatives with all of that. Because I mean, with the Phase 3 origins, in Phase 4 we're kind of getting our Phase 2 of those characters. So
Yeah.
I really think that we're kind of getting to a point where it's, we just need to be patient. I really do want to see Scott Derrickson's versions of Doctor Strange, but I think it will be better applied later on in Doctor Strange's story. So I know I mean, I think I always felt like the title of the movie did not match the vision of the director. You know what I mean? Like I really,
Yeah, I mean,
go ahead.
if I could interject there, I think the multiverse of madness focus I love the idea of the multiverse, but the fact that they were going with it being horror, I wasn't too keen on. So I was like, there's so much better potential with this without it being a horror. That I think maybe I know I shit on Disney earlier, but maybe they just thought, well, we have good opportunity here to maybe do a lot of fanfare stuff, maybe with X-Men and Fantastic Four kind of being briefly featured here, Mutants being briefly featured. I don't think they're going to show up in this, to be honest. But with Wanda being in it as well, and I think Loki, the horror element, I think they realized it didn't work. Possibly, I could be wrong. They might still go down that road, but from the looks of it, yeah, I think you're right. I think it's a blessing and a curse. So yeah, Zam.
It's weird. I don't know how to take this because I wasn't like, oh my god, this is like the worst thing ever. Doctor Strange, I found the film okay. It was all right. I didn't find it. I didn't love it as much as everyone else loved it, but I didn't hate the film. So when I found out that this director had creative differences, it didn't surprise me because you saw it from the very beginning when they introduced all the films for Phase 4. I remember the director coming out and saying that they're going to bring a horror element to it. And then maybe a minute or two later, Kevin Feige intervened and said, it's still going to be PG-13. Don't worry, kiddies. It's still going. You'll be able to come and watch it with your mom and dad. It's still going to be PG-13. That is the beginning of the end right there. You know what I mean? That would have so I'm not surprised. After that bit, I'm not surprised it's ended up like this. You got a guy who's known for horror movies. This director's done them before. And to do a horror movie in this particular universe, why the hell not? But unfortunately, we're dealing with Disney. Disney is in a league of its own when it comes to how they want their shit. They want their kind of cake and eat it to a degree.
Yeah.
How this film,
but they always get
I'm not so sure. I guess, but look, it's very hard to decide how this is going to go because more often than not, this Marvel universe has hit more home runs or decent films at least than not. Would you say?
Yeah, I mean, there's only really for me personally, there's only 3 that I despise. The rest are just either like or they're okay.
Yeah. I wouldn't go as far as despise for certain films I dislike. I just don't think they're good enough. Obviously, once they made the Winter Soldier, that's really when they started making decent. But that was in Phase 2, I believe.
No, I liked Winter Soldier before that. I disagree. I can't. I never understand why people.
I thought they peaked. I thought they really set a decent standard. That wasn't that great, but the standard was a lot better.
Yeah, because I love like Phase 1. I love Cap, Thor, Iron Man, all that. I thought they're fucking awesome.
But I don't want to go too. I don't want to go too much on a tangent here. Yeah, as well. I mean, I hope they just bring a decent director in. Ant-Man 1 wasn't too bad. Ant-Man 2 was awful. I'm not sure if it was the same director for both. Yeah, but I'm just actually hoping.
I'll tell you who I'd love to see coming. Sorry, Sam. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'd love to see Doug Liman come in, the guy who did The Edge of Tomorrow, and tackle this because right up his fucking alley. This would be his type of film. But I doubt it. I think he comes with too high a price tag for them.
It's fucking Disney. They have money.
He's already proven that he can do this. The Spider-Man director showing that you could do, scenes of hallucination or misdirection and shit like that, which I'm sure will come into play in
he's not. He's working on the third Spider-Man film. He's not going to be.
Yeah, I guess.
Brought in still.
They're
Well, you
locked
never
in, aren't
know.
they?
Might do. Yeah, well, I might fucking say no. You know what I mean? But yeah, Doug Liman, I think he's also working on
in May. In May, they're going to start.
Yeah, start filming in May. Yeah. Christine.
Oh, so finally my turn comes. Always last.
Yeah,
Fucking
well,
sexist pigs. Anyway, I don't care who does it as long as it's done well. I've heard about how they're going to connect like the Doctor Strange 2 movie with WandaVision and perhaps with Loki. I'm okay with that. They might even introduce like new shit like X-Men or whatever in it. I don't know when they're gonna do that, but Doctor Strange feels like it would be normal to introduce it in that one because of the multiverse ideas and all that shit that it, you know. As for the director, I don't know, man. Like, Disney has to start taking a few little risks, I believe, because I mean, if you go for something horror, do it horror. Like, okay, you're gonna traumatize some 12-years-olds. Who gives a fuck? They're gonna be traumatized anyway. Have you seen reality lately? I mean,
in real life, it's more of a horror than anything.
Yeah, exactly. Like, have you been like awake and alive lately to see what's going on? Like, come on,
exactly.
Let's enjoy some fake horror, and you know.
But you know, I again on your point, Christine. I think you bring up a really good point. Like for Phase 4, because Phase 4 is dealing with now. You know, this is the aftermath. There might be less interest in the MCU moving forward. There's a lot of stuff that's going to the TV with like She-Hulk, Miss Marvel, WandaVision, Hawkeye, you know, Winter Soldier and Falcon, all that going to the TV part, and then the films you got like Black Widow, which is like just looks generic. The Eternals, I really hope, they do something different. They just like Guardians of the Galaxy was. It was just completely out of left field. Nobody expected it. Something like that. But moving forward, they should be more. They should take more risk because it's like Star Wars now. It's just going to print money for them, whatever they do. So they might as well, you know, take a few more risks moving forward.
Exactly. Like, seriously, whatever they throw at us, we're going to fucking eat it.
And the more
take a fucking risk.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Bob.
But I also feel that the only reason why this whole Doctor Strange thing is happening is because they're trying to make him a tentpole Avenger. And I think that harkers back to that harkers back to that point that he is, you know, that's why they're not willing to take a risk with him right now. I can see, just like Thor was an established like tentpole Avenger, and then they did Ragnarok. So it's like I feel like what's going to happen is they're going to make him a tentpole Avenger in like the Multiverse of Madness. Then after the next Avengers movie, and then he's probably going to. They might take a risk with him in the third one, or maybe even the fourth one if they do a fourth one for Doctor Strange. So that's kind of what I'm hoping. And they say they've got these movies planned out for the next 5-10 years. So I mean, you never know. I mean,
shit changes. I mean, we waved goodbye to Spider-Man.
If the box office ain't good, shit ain't happening.
Yeah.
Well, I think they're going to have to also like.
I just also want to add.
They're going to have to taper fans' expectations for them because, you know, fans after Endgame, fans are going to be like, oh, you know, not like the deep fans, but like, you know, they're going to be like, oh my God, you know, like, oh, Black Widow, it wasn't as epic as the last movie or whatever. And it's like, well, no shit. That was like a culmination. Yeah, I mean, but like, you know, like, and we know that.
Endgame was a fucking cultural event of our fucking lifetime, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, it was big.
But you know that a lot of like common, like I don't want to say common folk, but like non-nerd like MCU fans are going to be like,
Peasants, you
oh,
mean.
well, that wasn't as good as Endgame. It's like, no, that's not how this works.
Peasant.
I mean, Feige even said it himself. He's not going to do another event like Endgame. I think the closest they may come is Avengers versus X-Men,
Or Secret Wars.
Or Secret Wars. But,
I think here's
moving forward.
I think he was talking though more about the more recent. I think maybe 10 more years down the line they might do another big huge event like they kind of have like they did for Endgame. But I mean, I think he's talking about like phase 4, phase 5, you know.
Yeah.
Like I think he's like, don't expect like this big huge epic event in the next couple years. Like the next Avengers movie is not going to be the scale of Endgame.
No,
now maybe in 3 Avengers movies we'll get another big scale, you know, Avengers versus X-Men, Secret Wars, whatever we're gonna get.
Yeah. Yeah, I think also
I just want to
with Moon Knight and Blade in the works as well. They're gonna have to take huge risks with that. Because you can't fucking delve into those 2 universes at PG. You could do it, but it's not going to be the same.
I don't think they will. I think, as I said, I think Doctor Strange is just the wrong person to take a risk with right now for Marvel. You know what I mean? You know,
I
just
think
because
they
they're
should
trying to make
hire
it a tentpole Avengers.
as a fucking lawyer, man.
I
Anyway,
just-
let's move on to the next one because
Wait, hang on. Zam, go on.
Get a word in, for Christ's sake. Yeah. I just want to actually agree with you, Chris. I think, you know, fuck the kiddies. They should be used to horror films. I look at somebody who did sort of scary in a great way and made it family entertainment at the same time was Steven Spielberg when I was growing up. I mean, some of the sort of films he made in the 80s, you know, they had some really scary moments and they were family orientated. They were for kids. Goonies being one of the ones that stick out with people getting killed in it and a boy being in, you know, in the fridge with a dead body for a laugh. You know, we can do these things. It can be funny. It's not the end of the world.
Yes, this happened in the
kids.
90s, Sam. In the 90s, where you could be on a motorcycle with your family, with your child, without helmet, and no one but an eye. It's not the same.
No, but the point is that stuff is still out there. It's still being shown today at non-watershed times, and you know, people accept it. You know, it doesn't mean that it can't be made now. They are underestimating how people are going to react to certain things, and I think they're more worried about the minority that complain on shit like this.
These minorities tend to be very loud.
No, I don't think that. I don't think this is a result of this. I think this is a result of the direction they want to take Doctor Strange as a character over the entirety of the MCU. I don't think this is a result of them being like, oh, the kiddies can't watch a horror Doctor Strange. No, I think the direction of the director is clashing with the vision of the studio. So that
they did advertise it as horror, though.
Well, no, Roberto, I think you got it wrong, mate. I think that they still want to end up in the same place. It's just the road they take. Are we going to have people fucking, you know, corpses hanging from the walls and shit with blood and their fucking intestines all over the place? I have that as they get to the same destination. You know, that's really what I think it is.
That's not horror. That's gore.
Yeah,
whatever.
Anyway,
whatever.
We're almost 20 minutes in, and we're on the first topic. Let's move on. Shit.
Just briefly, Christian Bale is it enjoyed Thor 4?
Come on, that's a special one.
We need to add this, Chris. Sorry, Chris. We need to add this Christian Bale thing.
I have added it. I will put the banner at an appropriate moment when it's less anticlimactic. Thank you.
Great kickoff to season 2.
All right. Collider scandal. Zam, go for it.
All right, fine. Now, I like watching this YouTube channel. They have a lot of familiar faces. And it just seemed like a lot of regular channels out there where they just talk about nerdy stuff like this shit. Obviously, they've been around. And it's funny, even though I say familiar faces, I can't really mention their names. But one person who did work for them has got his own YouTube channel called John Campea. And he brought this up initially because he's got a connection with Collider. And the owner of the Collider, Mark Fernandez, just decided to close his channel down. Now, there was another person alongside him who apparently also called the shots.
Yeah,
But
Ryan,
a lot of it falls on Mark Fernandez. Now, Mark Fernandez, I think he's got a very, how do I say, he doesn't really have much of a connection with the fans. I don't think he got much feedback from the fans because he looks at stuff like deep fake. I'm not sure if you know about deep fake, any of you guys, where they change the faces of people. And he thinks to himself, you know what, that's the route I need to go now. Because initially, when he made Collider, they had a lot of views, but because more people are jumping into the game, you know, they're getting filtered out a little bit and they're not getting as many views as they used to. So he decided to shut up fucking shop. And he just sacked all these people who work for Collider who thought they had a fucking job for a while. They had no fucking notice or anything. They're all gone, you know, unemployed. And now he's doing something else. But sorry for going on too long here. But he was on John Campier's show. He was on John Campier's show the other day. And I think the guy realized that he's fucked up. But he's also going to be digging his heels in as well. Even though he realizes that he shouldn't have gone this particular route and he should have kept going where he's going, he still kind of wants to try other avenues. And he might not have YouTube, or people have bad faith in him. It's all very fucking up in the air at the moment. The future of Collider, if it has one. I'm not sure if you guys watch that particular YouTube channel. If you got anything to add, how do you feel about it?
Yeah, I mean,
sorry, Ginger. Go on, Ginger.
No, it's fine. No, Chris.
I've never heard of them.
Okay, moving on.
I'll be honest, but what I'm hearing from you, it looks like I'm not sure if it was necessarily it was a dick move, but it was probably done for the wrong reasons. Probably he didn't think it through too much. And
just to give you some more information, Chris, he's got a number 2, which a lot of people blame, but apparently his number 2 was, I think his name was Jack Hind. He was a young kid. He hasn't been around Collider that much, but he was like second in charge allegedly. But Mark Fernandez is saying no, so we don't know who to fucking believe now. But Mark Fernandez says no, but apparently he was the one who kind of put the whispers in Mark Fernandez's ear to try something different. It kind of reminds me, I'm not sure if you guys know about George Lazenby, how he was told not to do any more James Bond movies after On Her Majesty's Secret Service. It reminds me of that a little bit. This guy's been given some bullshit info to do something else when he was good with what he had.
Yeah, but still, it's not something that you should like. Okay, he took advice from one person, just one person. The very least, since he had employees working for him, at the very least, he should have consulted with them, or at least, give them a heads up that, I'm thinking of doing so and so. If he didn't do that, yeah, he's a cunt. So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I watched Collider briefly, but I'll be honest with you, I'd never liked any of the hosts, and the Don twat of them all, Christian Harloff, was nothing but, it's supposed to be a comedian first of all, never made me laugh once, and all he does is just bitch and fucking moan about everything and criticize nothing. And then it all came to a head when he sat there, a fucking grown-ass man in his 30s, crying and complaining just because they do Jedi Council that he wasn't invited to the opening of Galaxy's Edge, that he had to pay for his ticket. And I'm like, you fucking pathetic man-child. So after that, I unsubscribed. Now, to be fair to the boss, I forgot his name, whatever his name was. To be fair to the boss, the channel wasn't doing good numbers. It wasn't. The numbers had plummeted. Videos are getting in between 10 and 40,000 views. For the amount of staff that they had, it's just, you're not getting good on returns. So they decided to go down a different route. Now the deep fake stuff, that's gonna get you huge spikes in views to begin with. But eventually, other people kind of jump on that bandwagon. So you've got to start thinking 2 steps ahead. Where do you go from here? What do you do from that? I don't blame them for the route they went down, but I think it's disgusting how they handled it, just sacking everyone like that. Because in America, you can just do that. You just be like, there you go, bye bye, fuck it, we're done, and still run your company. No redundancies, no nothing, just off you go. So I think that was a disgusting way of doing things. I'd say it might backfire on them, but let's face it, with the deepfake stuff, it's going to hit new audiences, different audiences, so they don't really have to worry too much about their core audience, if I'm being honest. So
sorry, Jay, just to add, like when he was talking to John Campea, he didn't even know things like super chat. They don't do super chat on Collider. Little things, the lack of interactions with their fans. No wonder they're all fucking off. Yeah, because you don't do fan interaction. I couldn't believe it when you were talking to John. I don't even do that super chat stuff. You're gonna have to show me afterwards, which is unbelievable, man.
Yeah,
and what do you expect? They're gonna go. I mean, big channels like that.
Running the company. Like yeah,
he can make so much money just from super chats, dude.
Yeah,
the big channels get big donations, man. Someone like him, he would have got $50, $100 donations all the time. Fucking hell, what an idiot.
Yeah, just bad oversight. Roberto?
You got anything to add?
I don't know. Every time I try to post anything on Nerd Nation, Panny always tells me that they're hacks and don't believe them. And
that's because you keep posting from "We got this covered." I don't know how many times I fucking tell you.
Yeah, we got this
bullshit site.
Yeah, that's why I start putting disclaimers on there, and I say don't click the link.
Well,
but I want
you can click all you want, because as soon as I see it, I just click hide post, and it doesn't show up on my feed again.
But I want it to be a discussion starter.
No.
I want Jar Jar Binks in the Obi-Wan show.
No. Nerd Nation is your fucking webpage. You should be the discussion starter, not relying on some third-rate bullshit artists. Okay, you should jump in there and be like, today, let's talk about this. What do you all think?
I agree.
I do that on my... Listen, I have Fanboy Rage page. I do that on mine, and I'm blessed. I don't have many people, but I get really good engagement on topics. And that's what you should be doing, not relying on some other arseholes who fucking lie and clickbait everyone. Look, for me, I cannot fucking stand clickbait and bullshit articles because they're getting paid to lie. It's a bit like the British tabloids over here. They lie and they get paid for it. So that's why. But you can carry on doing that.
You could have done it. You could have done it differently. Okay, you obviously follow some of those stupid sites because you're a stupid American.
I don't know. I don't follow them. They just show up on my.
Let me finish my insult, and then you can defend yourself. Okay. Anyway, so what you could have done is just start a topic and say, well, I would like to see Jar Jar Binks on the thingy-dings or whatever. Sorry for using that voice, but I can't do it with any other voice because it's stupid. And it would be a conversation starter like that. You don't need to promote, quote unquote, that page, right?
Yeah, just start a conversation, and we'd be none the wiser that it's coming from that shitty page, but they don't get the clicks either, or the engagement. You get all the glory.
You can be your own version of "We Got
all the glory."
Yeah.
Anyway,
you'd be a glory hole.
Yeah, but I'm lazy. So we'll see. I'll see what I can do. I just like the picture, and just hitting share. So
you can isolate the picture and add it to your post for emphasis without putting the whole article there. I can show you social media 101.
Well, why don't you just become my social media guru, Chris?
Because you're not a guru.
No, you're the guru.
Me? I'm not.
You're the social media.
Oh, fucking you are.
I'm not. I'm fucking not. I'm just less incompetent than you guys.
Okay, can we go on to the next topic?
Yeah, let's go to the next topic.
Yes, okay. Okay, here's what I want to do. I want to do the trailers first, and then I want to do the special one because it's so special. So give me 1 sec to load up the trailers.
Is this gonna be another kitten that died or something? What special one?
No. So we're having the Birds of Prey first.
Oh, here comes
Discuss.
our demonetization or whatever.
No, because it doesn't even have sound.
No, every time we get a copyright claim every time we show trailers.
Seriously?
I mean, it doesn't matter. It's not like we're getting money.
We don't get paid for these anyway.
Yeah, we're not getting any money. So it's,
here's where I broke up with Mr. J, and I walked off. First of all, sack the costume designer for this fucking film, because this has the worst outfits and costumes I've ever seen in a fucking film, and it's not even an 80s film to have that as an excuse. Second of all, Ewan McGregor as the Black Mask is shit casting. I love Ewan McGregor, but as the Black Mask, come on. I don't know if anyone else wants to add to it. Look at it.
I'll tell you this guy's cocaine.
Have you seen Predators, Ginge?
What's with her voice too?
Predators.
Oh, it's all over the place. No.
Okay, just I had Adrian Brody in it, and I never thought he would be good in an action movie, but he did okay. I'll reserve my judgment regarding Ewan McGregor being the Black Mask after I've seen this film, because that guy can work wonders in anything.
I will too, because I like him. But I don't know. Is her accent supposed to sound like this?
Black Mask, but his nose is just too big.
Her accent is completely fucked in this trailer. It's all over the place. I don't know what she's trying to do.
Can someone tell me?
I mean, maybe they're not trying to reveal too much in the trailer. They're just trying to show you like everything in action.
No,
what do you mean they don't reveal too much?
Yeah, they've revealed a lot.
They revealed a lot.
Black Canary's a hero. What's she doing with these villains?
It's Birds of Prey. Birds of Prey with a twist. Birds of Prey was initially, I think, wasn't that Canary and Huntress?
Huntress and Catwoman, I believe.
No. Birds of Prey wasn't Huntress is Catwoman's daughter from Earth 2. Check it. I'm pretty sure it was Canary.
That's what I'm looking for. Hold on.
Yeah. Originally, yeah. But they've twisted it and added Harley Quinn in it.
But anyway, is her accent supposed to sound like that?
I don't know. It just sounds weird.
Feels so, I don't know, weirdly forced to sound weird. The costumes are ugly.
Very.
As fuck.
The casting is bad.
Seems like a whole lot of mediocrity going on.
Yeah.
It looks cheap. It looks really cheap, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, exactly. It looks cheap.
Yeah, it does.
It looks cheap as fuck.
All right, you guys ready? So it
show.
originally started with Barbara Gordon and Black Canary starting up a partnership after she became Aura.
Right. Okay.
I mean, there's been a ton of. I'm looking at the girls. Like right now, the current members are Batgirl, Black Canary, and Huntress.
Right.
So the former teammates are. There's just a ton of them. I mean, you know how that goes.
Yeah. I just remember the originals being Huntress and Black Canary in there. I guess it was Batgirl and Black Canary then.
Is this a sequel to Suicide Squad?
No.
But it's in the same universe.
Yeah.
So she's playing like the same Harley Quinn from Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if she's in Suicide Squad 2 as well. Do we know that?
Who?
I think she is.
Harley Quinn.
Yeah, she is. She's in cast photos.
Okay.
Because they can't do anything without Harley Quinn now.
Yeah. Harley Quinn is the new Batman. She's in everything.
Harley Quinn's the new Catwoman.
No, it's not. The only thing it's working in is the TV series. the animated series, which is fucking
Yeah.
awesome.
Honestly,
I've seen 3 episodes, by the way.
the only thing that they have going for them is Margot Robbie looking hot, and that's all they have. Nothing else.
Yeah, but
I don't feel any depth given to the
Even that's not
character
good.
apart from
Even that won't work this time around.
yeah.
Margot Robbie before, we've already seen her as Harlequin now. You know, like it's not going to work as well this time around.
They should have cast. You know
She's-
who they should have swapped the roles with? Kaylee Cuoco, who's doing a brilliant job as the voice of Harley Quinn in the animated, and she's crazy in
The girl
real life.
from-
So it could have
The
worked.
Big Bang Theory girl.
Yeah, her. She does the voice for Harley Quinn in the animated show.
Who is that?
Do you know the blonde girl in the Big Bang Theory?
Oh, Bernadette.
Whatever her name is, I don't watch that stupid shit. But yeah,
Yeah,
no, Bernadette was the one with the squeaky voice,
yeah, the
who
blonde.
also did the voice for Harley Quinn as well. Funnily enough, no, it's the other one. It's the main guy.
Kelly Cuoco.
Yeah, Kaylee Cuoco.
Oh, actually, yeah, she's hot. She could do
Yeah,
it.
she's hot. She does a great job as the voice of Harley Quinn in the animated show right now. It was perfect for the role. And
It's so funny.
crazy
Like,
in
I'm
real
watching
life.
it. I was just watching. When I was watching the Harlequin show, I was thinking to myself, you got Harlequin and you got fucking Poison Ivy. Both these people are acting like a couple of immature brats, yet they both got PhDs. Like
Yeah,
making
it's
me
brilliant.
laugh just thinking
Yeah.
about it.
I love that show so much. Episode 7.
I want to be a
now,
criminal or like a dirty bank robber. Yeah, I spent a portion of my life getting this doctorate, but fuck all that. I'm going to rob banks and shit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, man. We'll be
Shit
talking about
happens,
that
man.
tomorrow. Yeah. Next
Where
trailer.
the fuck did he go? Next
Doesn't
trailer.
matter.
Give me
Next
a
trailer.
second to load it up here and
By the way,
put the banner
I'm
on.
down on
Uh,
Birds of Prey. I'm going to wait to watch it in my own illegal way.
Well, you never
Uh,
watch it legally anyway.
New
That's just me having
Mutants,
fun
guys.
joke, by the way. Oh god,
I think I'm gonna
Deja
like this
vu.
one.
It's about 3 years old already. I think.
I know the premise is already going to piss me off.
Well,
Yeah.
supposedly
Jeez,
they're
that
like
this is a movie,
prisoners
not
at
a
a
TV
place,
show.
right?
What the fuck? It looks like it. Look, this looks also like a TV show.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah. When I first saw the trailer, I was like, "Is that new TV show? Is it gonna be Netflix? What's it gonna be?" And I'm like, "Oh, movie! Oh,
It looks like something that
movie!
should be on
Okay."
Hulu.
I think I've seen this new Mutant trailer before because the film's quite old, Chris. It's about 3 years old already.
I
They made the
know.
film ages ago,
I know.
and I totally forgot what it was. You know, was it a film? Was it a trailer? Was it a show? And I was kind of surprised knowing that it was a bloody film.
So how come they haven't released it yet?
It
What
looked
was the issue
uninteresting,
there?
average.
So basically, what happened was
They had little things in it.
one second, Zam. Basically, why it's taken so long to release is because when they saw the first cut, it was critically panned. So then they went back and did reshoots, and then when while they were doing the reshoots, that's when all the rumors started with Fox being bought by Disney. So when those rumors started and it became more and more obvious that it was going to happen, both Dark Phoenix and New Mutants getting pushed back, and this show kept having more and more reshoots. I think it had like 3 reshoots of everything, and because of the takeover, everything just kept getting pushed back till because Dark Phoenix was meant to come out 2.5 years ago, and it got pushed back to whenever it came out
last year.
last year as well. So this is where we are now. You know, I like that. You know, they've gone with a horror thing, fine, but just being boxed in a fucking mental asylum or experimental clinic thing, it's like, okay, really?
I'll
Well,
watch it.
And they've also said that it's supposed to be in the MCU. I don't know if that's confirmed or not, but
Say that again.
No,
I think
I don't think it is. I don't think it is. Apparently, listening to Emergency Awesome, he was saying that like Disney had this film on their books for a while once they bought Fox, and they just wanted to release it at a particular time, and they just thought January would be the best time, and that's the rumors coming from him regarding Disney.
By the way, speaking of emergency, awesome. How come he's showing the full trailer and he's fine, get money, and when we show the trailer without the sound even, we get hit with fucking this is bullshit. I'll call it right now.
It depends, because the you can register your business as a critic business that blah blah blah, and you actually get sent a code to show trailers, which in it has a copyright code and all of that shit.
Then do that.
Or you can also.
We have to start a business.
if they're part of a MCF, multi-channel media, like a lot of these people are, like Angry Joe just left his one, whereas he used to have rights to show like Mandalorian clips, no problem, because it was part of Disney and all of that. So you're either, if you're with a mainstream, like a big corporation, multi-channel thingy, or if you're registered as a critic, where you can get review copies of things and shit. That's why they get away with it.
But we don't even have sound of the trailers. That's what pisses me off, Like,
it is what it is. I mean, we're not getting paid for it right now anyway, so we might as well just go with it.
Yeah, we could go nuts. We can have copyrighted music in there and everything now. We doesn't matter. Yeah. We could just have fun. So anyway, New Mutants. The casting as well. The casting for Magic was really good. I think for once Fox actually got that right. For the rest of them, I don't really like Macy Williams as Wolfsbane. Her accent sounds dodgy as fuck in the trailer. Sam Guthrie. Irish? No, Wolfsbane is Scottish.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah. Yeah, the casting for Sunspot looks fine, because he's Spanish. So yeah, and Moonstar, they seem to have gone with a Native American. So, but that being said, for me, I'm just not interested in it. The premise looks stupid. That's all I have to say. I don't know what you guys have to.
Yeah. Don't expect it to be extravagant. I'll watch it, not in the cinema.
Nah,
but I'll watch it.
Yeah, same. Yeah, Jason.
I'll probably hit it at the Dollar Theater. I mean, I'm interested in it, but I don't have enough faith in. And I know that Fox isn't, Fox anymore, whatever. But this was made back in an era where I didn't trust Fox. I didn't even see Dark Phoenix in the movie theater. I got it for $5 on Black Friday, and I finally watched it. I just don't have. I didn't have faith in that I'm spending, $10 to $13 depending on what type of cinema I go to. I didn't have the faith in the product. Does it look interesting? Yes. It looks really interesting, and I like the tonal change, and I like the way that they're going about this is it's more a condensed story rather it being some big epic X-Men like normal. But at the same time, probably the Dollar Theater. I mean, I was kind of hoping it would come out on Disney Plus. I really did, because I was like, well, I'll watch it then.
It might do.
Well,
down the line, it probably will.
Yeah. So
it will eventually.
It's interesting enough for me to be interested, but am I like mutants in the MCU? No, I don't think this is going to be a part of the MCU. I think this is just going to put it out because it's done. It's basically done, and Kevin Feige's like, yeah, it looks fine. Because I mean, somebody, I thought I saw that somebody said that Kevin Feige's seen the film and he said it was good and go ahead and release it. But I don't, as I said, I don't have sources, so I'm just going off of my memory. And you know me, I've got this covered with you've got this covered.
Really, man?
I just love watching Ginger's like blood boil whenever I say that.
Fucking capitalist scumbag. Moving on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
In Thor 4.
uh,
I mean, off the bat, I don't give a flying fuck about Thor 4. I don't like Taika Waititi doing fucking
Titty
Thor.
white titty.
I like him. I like Thor Ragnarok.
So I'm in the minority here. I don't really give a shit about this film. Just give it to you guys.
Okay, I'll stop. The fact that he's announced that he's going to be in this movie is interesting enough. What's he going to play? Nobody knows. There was a rumor that he might be playing Beta Ray Bill, but I'm not so sure about that. And because there's other rumors that Beta Ray Bill might make his introduction in Guardians 3, so who knows? But I hope he plays the villain. If he is going to be in this movie, play the bad guy, mate. So
Yes.
that's what I'm hoping for
yes.
regarding Christian Bale.
That's what that's what I'm also hoping for. Because I think that if they're gonna bring him in, it's either gonna be a small cameo or it's going to be a baddie. And I prefer him being a baddie.
He's going to be cast. Like, he's going to be a cast member in this movie.
Yeah, but he's not going to be like supporting someone like Bale is. Is going to be one of the top tier people in the film. So he's going to either be if he's not going to be fucking poor, then he's going to probably be the villain.
But
I
who
would
would he
like to
play?
see him as a villain. I mean, I loved him as Batman, but
I did not like him as Batman.
and Bateman too. Not Bateman.
Oh yeah, I watched that the other day, American Psycho. Oh,
Yeah. Love this movie.
Yeah, he needs to be nuts, man. He needs to, you want to go nuts? Let's go nuts. Yeah, he needs to do that, man. He needs to lose his shit a little bit, like he did back in the day. He needs to lose his shit, play someone crazy in the full world. I want to see bad villain guy Christian Bale. I want to see that. That's what I want from him. Ginge?
Yeah, same. I'd rather if you're gonna stick him in the film, I'd rather he played the bad guy for a change rather than a hero.
I mean, he played bad guys plenty, though. It's not like he's playing heroes all the time.
No, I mean,
that's what I mean. I would like to see him play the bad guy.
Bad guy in a comic book or a good versus bad sort of role. I mean, even American Psycho was more of a piece on the individual. I mean, William Dafoe being the guys tracing him down, he was, just considered a secondary character. It was a character study of a nutcase. I want to see Christian Bale play a full-on fucking bad guy versus a good guy, and hopefully this will be it.
I'll argue that he never really played a really good guy. Like Gray, yeah. Like, come on, Batman is not necessarily a good guy.
Batman's a good guy.
Batman is Batman.
He's a statistic that beats up the downtrodden. You know my feelings on Batman.
Yeah, look.
Yeah, Batman is problematic, on many levels.
Batman is a hero. Good. Batman is a good guy. There's loads of definitions of it.
No, man.
Remember, America likes to think it's the good guy too. Doesn't mean it's true.
I know. Look, I know where you're going with all of that. I do get you 100%. But right.
So tell me, what do I mean?
For me, regardless of that, I'm sorry, I'm regarding all of that shit as fucking not involved in this. He's still classified as a fucking hero. He is a super fucking hero. He's a superhero with no superpowers. He is a hero.
I'm talking about Batman.
Well, what I say about Bale is that he's good at playing gray characters and bad and evil characters. He's really good at that. He's done it before. That's why I want him to play the villain.
He's living fucking life, allegedly. He's trying to get rid of that bomb. He saved all those people. That's heroic as fuck. So I refuse to accept your response. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. He still tried to save everyone, and he could have died. He might not have known, and that might have been fucking. Some people are not even sure if that's what fucking Alfred saw was real anyway. There's all types of shit, Inception shit going on with what's his face, being the director. So yeah, he's a good guy.
Okay, let me ask you something.
Like Superman,
I'm gonna ask you something hypothetical.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say that throughout your life, you've been ignoring small little problems from other people that you could easily solve, by means that are very accessible to you. Instead, you prefer to buy yourself nice gadgets and paint yourself the hero or whatever. But in fact, you're perpetuating the problems because you're too good to terminate said problems. And all that is just erased, and you're all of a sudden a hero when you decide to do something good for the
Oh, there's
community for
billionaire
once.
superheroes all over the place. Yes, he's going the wrong route.
A totally
agree, so the
hypothetical
fucking
scenario.
Stark. But nevertheless, yeah, he's still a good guy. He's still considered a superhero. He's classified
He's
as a
not a
hero,
bad
and heroes
guy.
are good people.
He's not a bad
Sorry?
guy. He's not a
Yeah,
bad
well,
guy.
he's not classified as a bad guy.
But
He's
he's not a
classified as
good
a
guy
hero. He's
either.
not classified as a villain.
I
He's not
hate
part of
the
the
word
rogues
hero.
gallery.
Look, the reason
Okay,
why I
that's your
like
problem.
Batman is because he's not your typical goody two shoes hero, and he's pretty stupid at
Well,
some point.
you do admit, even though he's not your typical goody two shoes, he's still good. Yeah, but he might not be typically good, but that still makes him
Look,
good.
if we were going
Yes,
by
I know.
D&D alignments here, he would not be in the good. He would be probably
No fucking hero would be. They're all
probably chaotic
vigilantes. So
neutral.
what about? You know what I mean? So please, Chris, just you want to agree to disagree, fine. But I'm not going to fucking agree with your bollocks coming out your mouth right now.
Well, you have the right to be wrong.
You have the right. Okay, fine. If you think that, but I totally disagree with you.
I just
Well,
like
of course you do.
I felt like the seething through his glasses, like his butthole finally clenched up,
Oh,
and it
but
wasn't letting
when
out.
he doesn't fucking watch shit, doesn't know jack shit about anything outside of fucking what's his name, Henry Cavill's fucking ass.
All right,
So
all right.
having to
Fucking
fucking
hell, Dan, calm down.
nuts.
Just because you're being attacked for having starry-eyed views on Batman doesn't mean you need to lash out. Jesus
You
Christ!
can suck my dick too, you fucking
All
Greek
right.
bastards. Fucking
Fucking hell.
me.
Oh,
Fucking
I love it. Let your hate flow.
Let your hate flow.
yeah,
Join
I'll let
the
you.
Christine side of
I'll
the
shit later.
Oh,
Anyway, moving on.
I'll show you what it's flowing.
No, wait, I haven't even talked.
Nobody cares what you think.
anyway,
All right, yes, Jason, yes. Or Christian Bale in Thor
I
4.
think Christian Bale's gonna play Grey Gargoyle.
Really?
No, I mean, I kind of hope he plays Beta Ray Bill. Like, I'm kind of imagining that voice. But now that you guys more talk about him being a bad guy, I kind of want him to be a bad guy now. You know, like you guys have kind of like I'm thinking, oh yeah, he'd make a good voice actor for Beta Ray Bill. But I'm like, I kind of do want to see him back in those old psycho crazy days.
Sam, we're bad influences.
Yeah.
Beta Ray Bill, look, mate, I said that he might be playing Beta Ray Bill, but the rumors are that Beta Ray Bill is going to be introduced in Guardian 3. But I don't want him to be like a voice actor for Beta Ray Bill. Put the fucking makeup on. I don't want some CGI character. Make him up, man.
Do you know what Beta Ray Bill looks like?
Body for it.
Yeah, I know. But look, they can modernize him. I know he looks a bit like some sort of donkey, dinosaur, goat thing. I know, I understand.
We're gonna get
nevertheless,
1989 Ninja Turtle animatronics.
No, look, you can have Christian Bale's body there, okay, because he's got the build for it, and then just CGI the face off.
Dude,
As a
Beta
horse.
Ray Bill is not slender. Like
I know he's hench. Christian Bale can get hench. Batman Begins, he got 2 hench.
well.
But
Yeah. He will
But anyway,
do
yeah,
it.
I don't know what villain he would actually play, but I mean, you know, my I'm pushing for Grey Gargoyle.
what's Spider-Man?
Huh?
Great Gargoyle, is he Spider-Man or Iron Man villain?
He was on the Iron Man show, but he originated in the Thor comic books.
Oh.
But yeah, he was one of the villains on the Iron Man cartoon show back in the 90s.
Yeah, that's it. That's why I get confused. But well, whatever, man. Bruman's a great gargoyle. Fuck it. It's people like P.T. You don't know what the fuck to expect with him.
I mean, make him some crazy Grey Gargoyle. He's going to become like the best villain ever now. I mean, I don't know. I mean,
Yeah, why not? Fuck it.
I thought Loki was lame
I'm
until
fine with
Tom
it.
Hiddleston.
Oh, well, yeah, I'm not against that. Yeah, it's fine. All right, moving on.
Moving on.
Yay.
Whoever cares about it.
Look,
This one's yours, Roberto.
You guys were looking for topics. You guys could have dumped this one. I don't care. Look, all I know is that this project has been in limbo forever, and I love the Flashpoint animated movie. I think the only reason we should do a Flashpoint DCEU movie is if they plan on rebooting the DC universe, movie universe, with some of the same characters and some different, and they can kind of wipe it all clean with that. Like that'll explain everything because nobody will care at that point.
Yeah.
I mean, that's it. I mean, you know, we can move on past that if y'all ain't got
This
nothing.
is the Flash movie, yeah? This is the
Yeah,
Flash
it's still
movie
happening,
with what's his
apparently.
face who plays the Flash currently.
It's not gonna
Yeah, I heard a bit about
I can't
this.
see this film happening, to be honest.
I don't want it to be like the animated own surprises, own ideas, because then what's the fucking point? I'll just happily watch the animated. You know, it's got to be very different to Flashpoint, in my opinion. We've already got Flashpoint. You don't need to make it again.
Yeah, but I mean, Wonder Woman was basically Wonder Woman. The live action movie was almost point on point with the animated movie or with the live action movie, and I mean, they're both really good.
Yeah, you got a good point.
And it's going to reach a bigger audience.
Yeah.
But at this point in time, I don't care. DC just regurgitates bollocks and whatever sticks. At this point in time, I mean, the casting for that fucking Batman film just mental. So whatever, not fussed.
I mean, it's gonna be. You got to have a top. I mean, like this. You got to have some big name actors to fill up some big roles. You're gonna have to have a female Joker. You're gonna have to, who's Martha Wayne. You're gonna have to have Thomas Wayne playing Batman. Who's gonna be playing all these roles?
Dude, I would ship that so much.
Yeah.
Martha Wayne being the Joker. That was from the animated movie. That was one of my favorite parts of coming to that realization. And I don't even think that
enough
was
of that. Though. You hardly got any of it.
I would watch a whole movie
any
on
of that, by the way.
What?
I said I would watch a whole movie on that, like the Thomas Wayne Batman and the Martha Wayne Joker, and I would probably watch a whole movie on that, because when that happened in the Flashpoint Paradox animated movie, I was like, because that didn't happen. I'm 90% sure that did not happen in the comic books, because I have the Flashpoint comics. I haven't read them in a while, but I think that was
pretty sure Martha Wayne was the Joker in the comic book.
Was she? Maybe I just missed it when I read it the first time, but
yeah.
For argument's sake, who makes a good Thomas Wayne Batman?
You've
got to play Thomas Wayne Batman.
The guy who was in Batman v Superman.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan or John Hamm?
What about Josh Brolin?
He could.
Yeah, Josh Brolin.
But I think
got to look old enough, and you've got to be
superhero stuff. He's been Cable, Thanos.
Yeah.
Who would be good as Joker? Like I'm thinking Charlize Theron. By the way, I think she could smash it.
Probably. I think
that's not a bad shout. She's old enough, and
I'm telling you, I'd watch a whole movie on that story. I don't care if it's if they did like it on the Dark Label. Because, I mean, remember, Batman in the Flashpoint universe kills people. So it's like you could have a bloody commentary on, I don't know, family dynamics. I don't know. I mean,
possibly.
That's Bruce Wayne Batman who kills people.
Thomas Wayne Batman kills people.
Yeah.
Bruce
Wayne kills people.
I don't have a problem with either Batman killing people. Makes more sense.
Yeah, I grew up with fucking Michael Keaton Batman killing people. So exactly. I have no problem. Yeah, so no problem.
But he's a good person. He's
a vigilante murderer, just how I like him. Right, let's move on. Zams, top 5.
Yeah, let me load up that shit real quick. Fuck. Give me a sec. Oh God.
Zams, top 5.
That was epic.
Good evening, everybody. Okay, this is a very somber top 5. It's a bit of a sad one. I've done top 5 actors who died too young. And I think we pretty much know all of these guys. So I'm going to get started
How did
with
I
number
know
5.
that they would all be guys?
I wanted to put Brittany Murphy, but special mentions to Brittany Murphy and James Dean. But I just don't know anything about them. Yeah, I didn't know. I mean, how many actresses? I can't think of many that died young apart from Brittany Murphy, and all she was in was
Marilyn
fucking 8
Monroe,
Mile with. Yeah,
for example.
yeah. I don't know anything about her other than she's an icon. I don't know about her films much at all. You know, Gentlemen Prefer Blondes and stuff like that. Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend, but that's vaguely remember that shit. Anyway, I'm sorry, Chris, that it's all male. I apologize. I really wanted to make it more diverse, but this is the best top 5 I could think of. At number 5, we have Paul Walker. He died at 40 years old. He's the oldest person to have died on my list, regarding their age when they did die. Obviously, he's famous for the Fast and Furious franchise. Absolute tragedy what happened to him. Car crash. Could happen to any of us. Yeah, ironic as well.
Ironic. He went out fast and furious.
I'll start off with you, Chris. Your thoughts and thoughts on Paul. All right, you know what? I won't bother.
Never cared much for him. I mean, it's sad he died young, but that's about it.
Didn't watch Fast and the Furious movies. Didn't see anything with him in it. I know who he is. It's sad that he died. I mean, Christine, he had nice abs, I think. Come on.
He's not my type. He wasn't, my type, because he's dead.
But that's it. I mean, I don't know. I didn't watch any of his movies, so I don't know. I know who he is, but
Ginge.
Yeah. I was actually quite sad when he passed away, because I love the Fast and Furious films, and the ones without him have suffered because he was always like that weapons specialist in there, the guy with the guns and all of that, whereas the other guys, it just doesn't feel the same. But that
he had his link to cops as well.
Yeah, exactly. But that aside, he was like a legitimate good dude outside of Hollywood, like very charitable, always helping. There's that one story that guy posted about. He was in a shop looking at engagement rings and he saw not one that he really liked, but he couldn't afford it, and Paul Walker just fucking bought it for him to give it to his missus. That's the type of person he was. So when you hear like people like that are like really good people in real life, it's even sadder to see them pass away.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a huge it's a huge loss for sure.
Where is Roberto?
Did his internet die?
Probably.
Bloody hell. Because he would have known who my number 4 is. I'll drop number 4 to number 2. Actually, I'll drop him to number 2 because this next person you'll definitely
work at all. You can't just change.
Yeah, whatever. Whatever. They're still all good. They're all worthy of being in here. Number 1 is number 1, by the way. He is the best of the rest. But number 4 is Brandon Lee. I didn't put Bruce Lee in this either because I actually was really hurt by Brandon Lee's death because when he died, it happened during my time. And yeah. I saw a guy who was not only a superb martial artist, but when he made The Crow, you realize how fucking good of an actor he is as well. And it's such a tragedy that this man had to suffer a similar fate to his father. I don't believe in curses and shit, but this fucking legitimizes it for people who do. Father and son both dying at early ages. Mm-hmm. I think he was just in his early 30s when he did pass away. Just like his dad, 32, 33. Fucking hell. Mm-hmm. And he had a massive career ahead of him. He would still be making movies now, in my opinion. He'd be looked upon as a legendary star, maybe in the same league as people like Jackie Chan right now. Who knows? It's a real shame. It's a real shame. This one hurts me a lot. Brandon Lee. Chris, what do you got to say?
Agreed. However, with the work of his that I have seen, apart from The Crow, which was one of my favorite movies, because I like the aesthetic of that kind of thing. I don't think he has much of a legacy otherwise, unfortunately, unlike his father, who has. Like, I've seen a movie that he did with that blonde guy that did the douche from Rugby.
Showdown in Little Tokyo.
I don't know.
Showdown in Little Tokyo.
I thought it was so bad. I thought that his role there was so bad that
he was a sidekick to Dolph Lundgren in that film.
Yeah, but it was so bad. Like,
rapid fire.
the thing that stuck with me from that movie is him commenting on the blonde guy's dick size. Like, no, nobody would do that. Like, it was so bad. I'm like, no. But yeah, I am curious how his career would have gone after The Crow. I really liked it. And yeah, it is sad that and the way he died too was pretty tragic.
Also, Chris, you have to remember as well, Chris, that he, being Bruce Lee's son, he was going to get action movie roles. Something as complicated as The Crow. You know, he had to initially develop his career a little bit first before he would be given the reins of something like The Crow, and he had to do bullshit action movies. But I do feel that his career would have been a lot more. I can imagine him doing a serious role with no action at all. I can imagine him doing that now in his career because he would have developed a portfolio for himself as well as being Bruce Lee's son. But anyways, I digress. Ginger, what would you like to say?
Yeah, this one hurt as well. This one really fucking stung, even to this day. I absolutely love Rapid Fire and Showdown in Little Tokyo. You know, I'm a huge junkie for like 80s and 90s martial arts films and action films. And, you know, The Crow basically was his career in the ascendancy. After this, he would have hit it big. He would have reached Van Damme levels. You know, he would have been, on par there, more likely. Maybe even taken a few roles from Van Damme. Because the guy could act. Like, I know, Christine, you didn't like Showdown in Little Tokyo, but I love that film. And he actually did show off some acting chops in that he had the same kind of charisma that his dad had. It kind of really showed in that film. So yeah, it was sad. You know, he would have been in the Expendables for sure.
Yeah, for sure. He's been in so many films, man. I could see him one day being in a Tarantino film because Tarantino loved Bruce Lee, and he would have honored that by putting somebody like Brandon Lee in the film. For sure.
Definitely.
For sure. You see some of the actors he picked great actors who just need a little kick up the backside, like John Travolta and Kurt Russell. You know, he knows a good actor when he sees one. Roberto, anything to say on Brandon Lee?
I mean, I basically echo everything you guys said. I didn't see a lot of movies with him in it, but I knew of him and I liked a lot of.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I just basically echo a lot of what you guys said. Am I sounding okay? I had to jump to my phone because my computer gave me no warning. It just decided, hey, I'm going to shut down all of a sudden. It's like,
yeah,
you're fine.
Nice.
You're fine.
Yeah, perfectly fine on the phone.
You
Yeah.
need to learn how to use a computer so you can see these warnings.
no,
Okay.
there was no freaking warning. I was watching it. I had 25% left.
Not sorry.
Okay,
Number
moving on.
three.
The reasons why a PC can turn off is not just battery related.
Well, maybe it's all that porn that I keep watching on here. I don't know.
Yeah.
Not the porn itself, but
Okay,
certainly
number
the
three,
batteries from the ads.
Number three.
Number three is River Phoenix.
Yep.
River Phoenix is Joaquin Phoenix's older brother, I believe.
Older brother.
And he was in stuff like Stand By Me, which is an excellent film. There was an alien film where he plays this sort of whiz kid, science kid, and he creates some sort of like bubble which they can put around themselves, and so they end up going into space and shit, and they meet aliens. I really wish I could fucking remember the film, but he plays a nerdy kid in that. Excellent. And of course, he was Indiana Jones in The Last Crusade. He made a film where he played a rent boy, and his co-star was a gay rent boy, and his co-star was a young Keanu Reeves at the time, called My Own Private Idaho. Excellent film, excellent indie film. I highly recommend it if you want a deep movie. He died outside of Johnny Depp's nightclub, the Viper Club. Apparently took a cocktail, some sort of drug overdose, and unfortunately that was the end of River Phoenix. What have you guys got to say about River Phoenix? I'll start with you, as you're an Indiana Jones fan, Roberto.
That's the only movie I've seen him in. I mean, he did okay. I mean, I haven't watched many of them.
Mosquito Coast, by the way. He's in that as well.
He's in what?
Stand By Me.
Mosquito Coast.
Harrison Ford.
I might have watched Stand By Me. It's been a while.
But it's
Stephen King.
Awesome movie.
Film.
Anyway,
well, that film, by the way,
I knew he was fine.
I mean, that film got some big actors. It's got Jerry O'Connell. If you look at him now, doesn't look like the fat kid he was in Stand By Me. It's got Will Wheaton, who played Wesley in Thingy Bobby, and God, what was the other actor?
I don't remember the.
And Corey Feldman, of course.
Corey Feldman.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Ginger Greek, what have you got to say about River Phoenix?
Yeah, I mean, I was only fucking 10 when he died. Fantastic actor, in Stand By Me and in
23
Idaho. It was fine, it was just a tragedy when he died and all that. But yeah, I was too young to kind of care at the time. Mind you, I was 14 when fucking Figgy died, so that doesn't say much. But
Chris?
Well,
River Phoenix. Do you remember River
it
Phoenix?
didn't really affect me in real life because I was like a toddler when he died.
Your baby.
Yeah, I was a very small, very young child. I know I learned of him later on in life when I saw the movies he was in. And of course, any time that a young person dies like that is tragic and sad, and it adds to Keanu Reeves' story of losing people over and over again. He's laughing. This is really sad because they were friends. Yeah. What else can I say?
All right.
Okay.
Number 2.
No problem. Let's go to number 2. Number 2 is somebody. When I found out he died, I couldn't believe it. This guy's just still a kid. He's like 27 years old, still fucking young, man. And he died, and he had such a massive career. I mean, this guy played Chekhov in Star Trek. He played Carl Reese in Terminator. Films in between. Anton Yelchin, and his death was unbelievable. Don't worry about it, Chris. His death was unbelievable.
The way he died was
unbelievable.
Jesus Christ.
Actually, I forgot how he died. Can you remind me, please, Ginge? I just know that he was dead.
Oh my God.
He got out of his car his car was at the top of the driveway, then he walked down to get the mail, and he didn't put it in park, and the car rolled down and crushed him between the fence and the car. He was just crushed to death.
That's a pretty stupid way to die, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Jim, what do you want to say about Anton Yelchin?
Yeah, very sad. I mean, he was a very talented actor. I remember watching a film called, there's Green Room, but there was one called, I've got to remember it. Oh, for fuck's sake. What was it? Fright Night? I think it was Fright Night. Let me check.
Yeah, he was in Fright Night.
Yeah,
Fright Night.
I've seen Fright Night. Who was
David Tennant.
Yeah, great film, Fright Night.
Yeah, so which one was he in that movie?
He played the kid.
He played,
Ooh, that guy.
He Chekhov in the Star Trek films.
I don't know who that is.
You like Star
The
Trek
Russian.
and all that shit.
Yellow
you know,
coat.
about
I
them
like
fucking-
I like the TNG ones. Like, come on. So I don't really know who that fellow is, but
Anyways,
I can bet who number one is.
oh, don't worry about it. Roberto, Anthony Elchin, you like the Star Trek films. You've seen Terminator Salvation. What do you think?
Yeah, I thought he was great in Star Trek. I thought he was great in I thought he was good in Terminator Salvation. His best work though had to have been the Smurfs. Just great.
Oh,
Was he in
He
that?
was in the
didn't
Smurfs.
I have no idea.
Odd Thomas was his best film.
I think it's you, man. I mean, it's you rated. Of course, you'd be watching that shit.
Yeah.
okay. Question: how can you
Oh, number
tell
one.
which one of us has kids? The one who will mention the Smurfs.
My kids don't watch
Yeah.
Smurfs,
Number
so
one.
I
I would
mean,
not.
Heath
fucking
Ledger
watch
is first.
the bastardization of the Smurfs.
Yeah.
I didn't say they were good movies.
Okay,
I
number-
just said he was in it, and he did a
You
good
watched
job.
them.
You masturbated to Smurf.
Okay, number one. Number
We
one
all
is
know
what
who
you
number
want.
one is.
Number one is what you want in a typical actor. He's not only good looking, he's also great acting too. He played the Joker in Batman. He's Heath Ledger. When his death came along, it was unreal. Once again, somebody who died way too young and is extremely talented and had a lot to offer, but a bit mysterious as well. A bit of an enigma of an actor when you come to think of who he was away from the film. What have you guys got to say about Heath Ledger? I'll start off with you, Roberto.
I liked him in A Knight's Tale. I really liked him there.
Yeah.
I didn't like the movie 10 Things I Hate About You, but I really liked him in that movie. Like, I think that movie's stupid, but
He played like that sort of cool kid.
The what?
He played like the cool kid.
Yeah, and I thought he was really good.
Yeah.
Hold on. I just have
Brokeback
to-
Mountain. Did you like
Which
that?
one?
Brokeback Mountain.
I haven't seen it. I did like
Oh, you
him
should watch it.
in The Patriot. I really liked The Patriot and him in that.
Oh, man. Shit.
Also, The Brothers Grimm is a little bit less popular, but
I have to see that.
but that he was really good at. I mean, he's really good in anything I've ever seen him in. I mean, I'm kind of looking over his list here, but I mean, it's just like anything I've ever seen him in, he's just been great. And I mean, it was definitely a tragic loss because I would have loved to seen more from him because he was really kind of coming into his own, you know, when he died because he was doing some really great work at that point.
Yeah, I looked at him as like the Australian Johnny Depp to a degree. Like the guy could do anything, you know. And I'm not saying that. Like, I do feel like Johnny Depp's lost his edge, by the way, big time. But,
Johnny Depp.
but he's not getting the
Johnny Depp always sucks. I'm sorry.
Like, he was great when he was younger in his prime when he was doing indie. When he made it cool to do indie flicks, but once he got to Pirate of the Caribbean, doing shit since.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll go with you, Chris. Heath Ledger. Do you know who
That
Heath Ledger is, Chris?
one that really hit me hard when it happened because it was so unexpected and so out of the blue, and after doing the Joker and all that I was like, fuck. And the manner of his death was also, you know, always when drugs are involved, it's a bit because you know, like if you die from a heart attack, for example, okay, nothing could be done, but when things that could have been prevented, it always sucks more. And I'm pretty sure that had he not died, his career would have took off like a lot more after that as well. But any movie that I've seen him in, he was excellent. He was really, really good actor. But honestly, the Joker, he fucking nailed it. I don't think they could have found a better match for that movie. I loved it.
Did you guys see Dr. Parnassus?
Yeah. It was all right.
That was his last movie.
I don't remember if I've seen it.
He didn't finish that film because he died. They ended up getting a whole bunch of massive A-listers to do cameos in that film. It was unreal. Johnny Depp, Colin Farrell, and a couple of other actors. Slipped my mind. Great film.
There was Jude Law stepped in as well.
Jude Law.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a huge loss.
Rest in peace, Steve. Yeah, absolutely right, Steve. And that is my somber top 10.
Who's the skinny blonde with no nose?
It's in the chat. I don't know.
Yeah.
Steve was at.
I had a crush with a skinny blonde with no nose.
Steve, my dude, you there?
All right. Well, so that's wrapping it up.
Yeah, we're done.
That is
Don't
my
forget.
top 5.
Tomorrow, me and Ginger are probably doing our, and maybe Zam, if he's available, we're gonna do our Harley Quinn halfway there review. So we're gonna talk about all 7 episodes so far and what we think about them. Kind of, are we doing details or just kind of talking about it as a whole?
Nah, just talk about it as a whole.
Okay. So
I've seen 3 episodes, but unfortunately, the first episode I saw was episode 6. I didn't mean to see episode 6 first, but I saw episode 6 for that's episode 1. I've seen episode 2.
Okay.
Well, that's what you get for pirating it. Oh, I mean,
whatever, dude. Anyway, I think the thing that I will do is I will try this week to binge Dracula, Netflix Dracula. So if anyone else wants to join in on that, so we can do a review or some shit, that would be
Yeah, I want to
great.
all
watch that.
right. So then me and Ginger do a Harley review, and then Chris and Zam do the Dracula review.
I'm in the bloodsucker.
You're gonna pair me up with Zam?
Well,
Yeah.
God,
look, I'm gonna be tuning in. That's for sure.
I'm gonna murder him.
I'll be there.
I'm going to talk about my ass.
I
All
don't
the contents that come out of it.
No. I don't want. I'm really not interested in talking about your ass or what comes out of it. But dude, like seriously, dude, we're getting demonetized. We're supposed to be PG for fuck's sake.
PG.
Yes.
Anyway, unless there's anything else we can to talk about, I think we're good to.
We're an hour and 20 minutes, and I think we're good.
Wrap it up. Wrap it up.
So.
And Steve Smith says there's 10 things I hate about you. That's the skinny blonde with no nose.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, that bitch.
That doesn't tell me much.
I have no idea.
I know who he means.
Well, I
He
don't.
was in the Born Identity films as well.
Haven't seen.
Oh,
that.
Julia
The
Stiles.
German girl.
That's it, Julia Stiles. Yeah,
She has a nose.
Julia Stiles.
She has a nose.
She has a nose.
Next week, Zam, we expect a more equality top 5. We need women, and we need of all nationalities, and
More black people.
more black people, more Indian people, more
And don't forget,
Native Americans.
Please. That's
Yeah,
why
I'm going to just stick with white men. If that's okay.
That's why we're
I'll
not
just stick with white men. Is that all right?
Hates
irrelevant.
his own fucking
It's a lot
people.
easier.
He hates his own
There's a lot
people.
more to choose from.
Fuck off,
You know,
Sam, you
is-
racist.
Okay,
You know, I
Sam,
can only,
I
like,
know,
take the same-
I know the best top 5 that you should do.
Ooh,
Top 5 Bollywood movies of last decade.
yeah.
I don't
Or you
watch
should do,
Bollywood.
or you should do top 5 racist actors of all time. All right.
James Wood, Tim
Anyway,
Allen.
Now,
Hulk
so-
Hogan.
James Wood, Clint Eastwood, Hulk
roll the
Hogan.
outro. Damn it.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next Saturday.
for
No,
the second
when
episode of season 2. Bye.
I hate you.